Hello there everybody, it is me XFreezerBunny and welcome back to another Sims 4 speed build. So today we're building this modern / contemporary style house here in Del Sol Valley. I imagine this house to be perfect for a celebrity, and I think this would be great to have in, I don't know, maybe like California or something like that. I feel like this house would fit in perfectly in like Hollywood or Malibu or like Beverly Hills. But this house has 3 bedrooms and 4 bathrooms. And before I forget, this house also uses custom content, but it's a very special kind of CC. I am using Brazen Lotuses, Liberated Strangerville plants for this build. It's a very special kind of CC because you don't really need to have it in your game in order for the items to show up. All you need to do is download the CC version of this house. Now, as per usual, there will be 2 versions of this house uploaded on the gallery, one of which will be CC free, which is the one going to be linked in the description below, and then there's also going to be another one which uses the liberated Strangerville objects, and if you guys want those to show up, you are going to need to download the custom content version of this house. So hopefully I made myself clear. I would have liked to link the CC version on the video so it will be easier for you guys. Unfortunately, you can't link CC builds from the gallery. It doesn't show up on their website, so I don't know what's up with that, but you know, I think, you know, finding me on the gallery is pretty straightforward. I put links to it everywhere. So yeah, all of my builds you guys can find using the hashtag XFreezerBunnyX. But anyway, one more disclaimer, it's literally like 2 in the morning. Once again, I'm procrastinating. I don't know why I decided to record at this hour, but I'm kind of whispering because I don't really want to wake people up at home. Somebody else is staying with us and somebody's like literally sleeping in the living room, so I'd rather not wake them up with me talking to myself because that would be weird and really rude. But anyway, one special feature of this house is actually this garage. I'm using air quotes here because it's not actually a garage, it's just a foundation that I made to look like a garage, but basically it's supposed to be kind of like the split level garage type thing, and I'm really happy that I incorporated that because I feel like it makes this actually look realistic and it makes the exterior look a lot more interesting because, truth be told, I feel like the exterior kind of looks a little bit basic and deceptively simple. Pretty sure you guys already saw it, but this house was really built around this L-shaped staircase in the middle. Like literally the entire floor plan of the house came around or like was built around this staircase area. So the exterior was actually built after the fact, so I didn't really have a lot of opportunities to make it look nice, but you know what, I really like the exterior. You know, despite its simplicity, I feel like it actually looks really realistic in a way, and I feel like a lot of people would really want to have this house in real life. Recently I've been so obsessed with watching like the Architectural Digest videos, and I might have been influenced by some of their celebrity homes, especially the ones in California. So this is the point where I pretty much finished doing the layout of the house because that was built alongside the exterior. Like as I was designing the layout, I was also thinking about how the exterior was gonna look like, but just to make it a little bit less boxy, I did this thing where I put kind of like this half wall level height thing and put like some tables on it to make it look like it's like an actual, you know, high ceiling type area, if you guys get what I mean. And I feel like that breaks the monotony of this whole boxiness of the exterior, and I'm really happy about that. Another feature that I really loved is this skylight. that opens up to this atrium, and I think that just looks really, really gorgeous. And yeah, it doesn't seem like it, but this house also features quite a lot of complex terrain manipulation. The terrain manipulation in this house is actually a little bit different from the ones I've done before, because it's actually hidden in these foundations, because you can kind of like hide the terrain manipulation inside the foundation. So I kind of did that just to kind of like, I don't know, make it look more controlled. But my favorite part of this house would definitely be the sunken split level garage type area. I wish we could actually do that. Unfortunately, we can't. Yeah, I've tried doing it with like actual walls, but it's really not possible. So here I'm just, you know, putting out some edges, I guess, to make it look a little bit less boxy. So I'm just making it look more dynamic and interesting to look at. So yeah, I'm really happy with this house, actually. I'm not gonna lie, I feel like I say this literally in all of my builds, but I feel like this is probably like one of my favorite houses I've ever built, simply because I could kind of see myself living here. I wouldn't say that to all of my houses, but in this case I definitely see myself wanting to live here. And yeah, I feel like this would be really close to my dream house. So as you guys can see, there's quite a lot of intricate terrain manipulation and levels and stairs and all that stuff, and I really like it. So yep, looks like we're done with the exterior, so we're now moving on to the interior. And the first room I believe we're gonna furnish is this formal living room. Here I'm just choosing the floor tile textures and wallpaper and all that stuff. Usually I try to stick to a consistent theme all throughout, so every time I choose like a certain wallpaper or floor texture, I kind of stick through it throughout the build. So I choose wisely and choose carefully for the first couple rooms that I furnish, because usually the theme carries over onto the next rooms. So this house actually has 2 living rooms. This is one of them. This is more of like the formal living room area, and here I'm putting in this little detail that I actually really like. It's kind of like this entrance to this living room area from the garage, if you guys get what I mean. But this is like supposed to be the formal living room. So this is more for show, definitely. There is more like a casual family living room area, which we will be furnishing later, but this is more like a, you know, place to entertain guests. I really like the color scheme of this room, actually. I think those studded leather chairs look really nice. They have a really nice color to them. Really like how the color of those leather complements the whole white color scheme that we have here. And this is where I'm placing these like Joshua trees. These ones came with Strangerville. I don't know why they didn't include it in Strangerville itself, but these are one of the trees that I actually use from Raisin Lotus's liberated objects. I just had to use them. Yeah, I think they just make the room. I really like this room, by the way. The colors just fit in so well. There's really not much here, but you know, there are some vintage furniture like that stereo and this beautiful mid-century looking lighting fixture that came with Get Famous. So yeah, also that beautiful painting as well. I love using that painting. I believe it came with Get Famous as well. Yeah, that painting is very versatile because it comes in many different swatches. But now we're moving on to the dining area, and I love this. So I did this like extended dining table. I love this like, you know, repurposed looking wood that I used. I believe this is a table from Cats and Dogs, but I love the modernity of this dining table and this dining room in general. I actually got very indecisive as I was furnishing this, so I will be going back into this after I finish it because I just changed my mind and I wanted to change some stuff. So yeah, But for now, I think I'm just trying to figure out what I wanted to do here. Like, there's a little bit of symmetry going on. Oh, at this point, I thought I was done with the dining room. I wasn't. Because I wasn't satisfied with it, but at this point we are kind of like putting in some furniture in this atrium foyer type area, and I don't know, I just really love this area. It has this huge Joshua tree in the middle of it, and I think this is really what makes the build, because I think this is like the feature I imagined first as I was designing the build in my head. So yep, I'm putting in these Joshua trees right next to this beautiful L-shaped staircase, and it just looks really awesome with that piano over there. I think I'm just really happy with how everything came together. So yeah, I'm just putting in some rocks just to hide the fact that we're improvising our indoor plants here. But yeah, here we are back to working on the dining room, and this is where I was starting to actually like what I was doing. So I made this custom console table over here, and once again I'm using this technique of sizing down these floor lamps to make them look like chic, you know, avant-garde lighting fixtures. And one thing that I was really careful about was choosing the right art for the rooms. This house actually uses a lot of artwork, and trust me, I spent so much time deciding which artwork was appropriate for which room. But yeah, I think at this point the formal living room and the dining room are done, and now we're working on the informal living room slash family room. I don't really know what to call this, to be honest. I'm just gonna say it's like, you know, family room, I guess. But yeah, this is kind of like where the members of the family would probably spend most of their time hanging out, playing video games, reading a book, cozying up next to the fire and stuff like that. So yeah, I did struggle quite a bit finding some nice modern sofas. What I would give for like an L-shaped sofa, like that would be so amazing at this point, or like just a modular sofa. Like, I feel like we should have that at this point. But I feel like I made this room a little bit too big because I think I was struggling here to figure out what I wanted to put to fill up the space. So I think I put this foosball table, and I think I probably put in like a karaoke machine, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not sure. I actually built this almost 3 weeks ago, but you guys know I was away last week. I went on a little road trip with a bunch of my high school friends. I've already talked about this. For those of you guys who did not follow me on Instagram, you probably don't know what I've been up to, but I'm probably gonna be talking about that a little bit more in the video after I've talked about the kitchen. So let's talk about the kitchen. You guys, this is probably my favorite kitchen I've ever built. I love the size of it. I love how just easy all of the decoration came to me, and it just looks like a really awesome kitchen that I would like. So this is actually a kitchen slash breakfast area because that space to the left becomes kind of like, you know, a breakfast nook type thing. But yeah, I really love this kitchen. I wouldn't be surprised if I would build myself a kitchen like this in real life if I was filthy rich. But yeah, I really love it. There's a simplicity to this kitchen that I just am obsessed with. You know, I love the simple elegance, straightforward, nothing too crazy. Also, before I forget, I gotta talk about these windows. I'm obsessed with these windows that came with Get Famous. One thing that I wish they did was made these windows into a set. I don't know why they didn't make these windows have like a single tile version or like a taller and shorter version. That would have been so awesome. Also, you guys probably noticed that I put that cactus in like that little vase over there. I really like that detail as well. Like, just that makes this whole room. Like, I didn't feel the need to clutter up all of this space because it's already like really nice looking, right? So here we're just adding in some, you know, other decorative features. Also, this house has a gym. Yay! I was a little bit worried about the length of this video. You know, I was like, oh my gosh, this is gonna be 30 minutes long. Unfortunately, I just didn't have, you know, like any footage that I did not want to show, because this gym area was so close to being edited out, basically. But I thought to myself, you know what, I barely build gyms in my houses, so I might as well include that footage because it's only like a minute. So there you go, this house has a gym. I feel like that would be very appropriate to California because I feel like they're very, you know, health conscious there. Oh, also I built those two alcoves, or like those two kind of like, yeah, they're alcoves, right? They have like a little fountain and like a little rock texture, just for, you know, added detail and stuff. And now we're working on the master bedroom, which is one of my favorite bedrooms I've also built so far. This is actually a very simple room. There's really nothing much to it, but it does have some really special kinds of furniture, and I'm combining different furnitures to make it look like, you know, it's very stylish living. So this bed has this very awesome headboard using those studded love seats. I don't know which expansion pack that came with. I'm assuming it came with like City Living. Oh, by the way, this room also has these like pendant lights on either side of the bed. Literally every celebrity house I've seen on Architectural Digest has that, so I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna recreate that in The Sims as well. And of course a massage chair for the Sim who is in need of like a foot massage after a long day of work. And yeah, once again, in continuing with the theme of indecisiveness in this video, I thought I was finished doing the master bedroom, but I wasn't. So after I furnished this walk-in closet and bathroom, I went back into the master bedroom and changed some stuff. But in this walk-in closet, I actually put this board for like a stylist. I haven't played with the stylist profession yet, but I don't know, I feel like whoever lives here definitely would have a stylist, you know, like, yeah. So I just put it there. Maybe they're the stylist themselves, you know, maybe they also like style other celebrities, or like like a makeup artist or something like that. Like I could see a makeup guru living here. But this is the master bathroom, and yeah, I really want to like this room, but there's just something about it that I wish I could have done differently. Like I think it's the showers. Like how I wish we had like just a plain shower. You know, I don't want the shower to be in like a box. I just want like a shower spout. I'd be happy if we had that. And I just put the toilet inside its own little room because, I don't know, just to make things a little bit more interesting. So here we're back at the master bedroom actually, and this is where I changed my mind because I thought about this little fireplace. It's kind of like, it's like a freestanding type fireplace thing. I don't know what to call this technically because I don't live in a country where fireplaces are necessary, but yeah, it's like a freestanding fireplace type thing. And yeah, I'm using this coffee table that has fire in it, and it's really awesome. I really like this feature. I feel like it's you know, I feel like it really makes this master bedroom more luxurious. I feel like it elevates it, definitely. So yeah, anyway, I'm gonna take this time to talk about my recent road trip that happened exactly a week ago actually from this recording. Depends on when you guys are watching this, but this video is probably gonna come up on either a Monday or a Tuesday, so since it's the start of the week, I hope you all have a wonderful week. But last week I went on a little road trip with a bunch of my high school friends. We went up north to what is known as the surfing capital of the country. We didn't do any surfing, by the way. We did get to swim in the beach quite a bit, but overall it was kind of like a fun vacation. It was a fun summer vacation. We went to some really awesome places. The place we went to, it's kind of like known for like its surfer, like beach vibes, you know, that kind of lifestyle. We went to some really awesome bohemian looking places, which were really awesome. Definitely took a lot of Instagram worthy photos. I actually shared some of those on my Freezer Bunny Instagram in case you guys haven't been following me. I've been posting quite a lot on my Instagram stories, so if you guys don't want to miss out, follow me. But yeah, probably one of my favorite places we've been to though was this like Chinese temple. We had to climb a mountain to get there. Well, it was a hill basically, not necessarily a mountain. But that was probably like my favorite place we've been to because I think I just like culture. I think I just like culture and architecture, so yeah, it was a pretty eventful trip. We were there for like 3-4 days, and the first couple of days we went sightseeing and we went to the beach, but on the last day we went on this epic hike. And I say epic for me, but I guess the more appropriate term to describe it would be grueling or like extreme. Here's the thing, I'm not big on hiking. Like yeah, anything physical is like a big no-no for me. Like so when we went to that hike, I was like, oh, you know what, it's probably not gonna be that difficult, because from what I've heard it was like a 15 to 40 minute hike. It wasn't, it was like an extreme hike. But basically we went on this hike to get to this waterfall, and trust me when I say this, I think I actually died. I feel like I was gonna die. Like literally, it was that difficult. Like my entire lower half, I could barely feel. Like all I could feel was pain and numbness. And I know this is sounding like really exaggerated and over the top, but literally I was suffering so much. But of course I was joking around and stuff and, you know, having fun with my friends. I think what made it so difficult was because of the terrain. It was like really rocky, and it was also like really hilly. Like it wasn't consistently up or down. It was like, you know, some parts were like really rocky and, you know, bumpy, and like there were like loose rocks. I feel like on more than like one occasion I accidentally stepped on like loose rocks and almost killed myself. Like literally, like I would step on this rock and then literally it would come loose, and like literally on my side would be like 100-foot drop to my death. Thankfully there were guides, there were local guides that helped us. I was at the back, I was literally behind everybody else. Thankfully my cousin, she was there, and literally the two of us were like, oh my gosh, we want to die. Like we want to go back to our hotel, we want to go back to our resort. But I'm really, really proud of myself for doing it, because it was definitely a test of me physically and emotionally. And I'm really glad I've survived it, because the end result was really worth it. So yeah, before I talked about or like as I was talking about this whole road trip type thing, we were furnishing the kind of like skill building area, library, staircase landing type thing, and also like a guest bedroom, because I imagine the people living here to not really have kids. So that bedroom that we furnished, I imagine would be for like staff or like their assistant or like their stylist or something that lives with them. So yeah. And now we are working on the outdoor area, which I actually really love. The swimming pool, I really love how I incorporated it, because it's kind of like on this slightly elevated ground. So the swimming pool kind of has like this infinity pool vibes, which I really, really like. If this house wasn't built on this kind of like rundown neighborhood, I would probably have opened this backyard area But yeah, I needed to have some privacy. I feel like that would be more realistic, so I put like some hedges and some fences at the back. So yeah. And the trees I'm using are cypress trees because I feel like I see this all the time in like LA or like in Hollywood. I feel like cypress trees are all over the place, and also some Brazil wood or like Brazil nut trees. Oh, these are some cacti from the liberated objects from Strangerville as well. I love those, they're so beautiful. But for the landscaping, I just went for something that was very minimal because, you know, we had some really beautiful, almost sculpture looking plants, so I didn't want to take away from that. Literally, there's a siren. You guys can literally hear that siren. Somebody's probably getting arrested outside my house. Once again, in continuing with the whole indecisive theme of this build, I decided to change the shape of the pool to accommodate this daybed, which I really love. Ever since I've seen some of my YouTube friends do this, I've always loved to have like this daybed. It doesn't really function. I mean, technically the Sims can nap on this, so yeah, I'm really happy about that. This feels very realistic, I would say. So yeah, and here we're working on probably the last bit. It's kind of like this balcony veranda type area outside of the master bedroom, and yeah, here we're just having some sitting areas. Oh, and also like I put a bar over here as well, and I think, oh yeah, I also put a yoga mat as well. But yeah, here I'm just putting in the bar in this corner over here because I feel like we always need a bar. And also a wind chime because I feel like I haven't really used that. Or did I put a wind chime? I don't think I put a wind chime actually. But who uses that? I wonder if that actually gives the Sims like, you know, like a moodlet or something. But yeah, this is a yoga mat. And I think I also put like a meditation chair type thing in this one balcony as well. Over there outside the guest bathroom. By the way, this house is a guest room. The footage for that I took out because I didn't feel like it was necessary, but that is going to be it for this build. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and if you did, please help support the channel by sharing the video and subscribing because that will be very much appreciated. But having said that, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up my commentary right here. Hopefully you guys have an awesome week. Thank you so much for watching. You all have an awesome day. Enjoy the rest of the video, and I will see you guys next time. Bye bye.